Come on, y'all. Drinks don't have genders. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Durag Thoughts. My name is Trevor Wentt, and I am a visual artist based out of Raleigh, North Carolina. I make art to challenge perspectives and give hope to the marginalized and oppressed. In this space, Durag Thoughts is a space where we talk about topics that engage that artist's mission. So today we're going to talk about the concept of drinks not being gendered, and more specifically, alcoholic beverages. And what I mean by that is there aren't girly drinks or manly drinks. They're just drinks. So I didn't start drinking until I was 21. And even at that time, I was in wrestling season at school. And we weren't allowed to drink during wrestling season, but we were allowed, to indulge a little bit on our breaks. And so during Thanksgiving break, after I was 21, I got a beer with a childhood friend. And I remember that beer was my first beer. It was at like a Ruby Tuesdays or something. And it was a Blue Moon, and I had it with the orange slice and everything, popped that thing in there and took a drink of it, and that jank was not for me. It was just nasty. It did not appeal to my taste buds at all. But people told me that, beer is an acquired taste, so I figured, all right, let me use this as a time, of learning experience. Maybe there's other beers that I like. Maybe there's other things that I'm gonna enjoy. So if I went to a party with my teammates or something and they offered me a beer, I was gonna try it out and didn't like it. Okay, went to a restaurant with, a friend and, they're like, let's get beers. All right, cool. I got a beer, didn't like it. And I would just have these experiences over and over and over again. Matter of fact, one time I was going across the country on a cross-country road trip, and we were in Cody, Wyoming, me and my best friend. And we were at this bar and we were getting burgers, and the waitress took it upon herself that she was going to find a beer that I enjoyed. And so she was giving me all these different samples to taste these different beers and see if I, enjoyed them. And I didn't like any of them. None of them were enjoyable at all. Didn't enjoy it one bit. But, we got to, a darker beer and it was more manageable, but it just wasn't good. And so I was like, it's all right, but it's not something I'm, going to be excited to have, and I'm not going to pay, $7, $8 for it. And actually, the first alcoholic beverage that I had that I enjoyed was an Angry Orchard hard cider. And that's the thing that I kind of vibe with. I like ciders. And I, tasted a Mike's Hard Lemonade, enjoyed that too. I remember tasting, fruitier wine from, my uncle. And that drink was good. Like, I enjoyed that. I definitely could drink through that glass. And so there have been these different situations where I was like figuring out things I enjoyed, things I didn't. But, I've had white wine, dry white wine with a friend. Didn't like that. I've had whiskey, I've had bourbon, I've had all these different things. I've had moonshine even. Didn't enjoy any of those things. But the things that, I have enjoyed have been classified as girly. And I'm sitting here like, yo, what makes a drink girly? Drinks are just combinations of elements that either your taste buds enjoy or your taste buds don't enjoy. Like, that's it. It's just elements. And I'm like, where does this thing even come from? See, because here's the truth of it. The concept of like girly drinks or manly drinks is just some outdated form of sexism. It's like men who drink drinks that are fruitier are somehow less masculine than other guys, and women who transcend, their category of womanhood, and drink more, manly drinks, are seen as this anomaly and are, in a sense, less, feminine than their female counterparts. And that's just weird. It just doesn't make any sense at all. Even advertisers, because here's the truth of something that's going on right now. Like, women are drinking more and more whiskey and bourbon and, enjoying those things. And advertisers are kind of intentional right now about not putting out a ton of advertisements that are showing women enjoying whiskeys and bourbons and things like that because of what men will do. They'll lose men because when men start seeing this happen, they are seeing in their studies that men do what's called male flight and stop buying these things and stop drinking these things because they are somehow intimidated by women going into a space that they have deemed masculine. And let me just be straight. If your masculinity is defined or based upon what you drink, like what alcoholic beverage that you drink, and it is threatened in some way by a woman consuming that as well, you need to check yourself, because your masculinity is fragile and trivial at best, and it probably informs something to you about what you view about women, what you view women's roles should be, what you view men and women as in contrast, that maybe men are tough and women are fragile. And I think you need to evaluate that, and you need to check yourself, because I think it's problematic. It just straight up is. And so kind of allow this thing to push into some of those spaces, because here's the thing, like, why don't we just engage these ideas, engage the complexities that we all have a diverse set of interests, and they're just simply that, they're interests. Some things, some people are interested in some things than others, but most of them are probably not distinctly masculine or feminine. Probably most of the things that you're interested in don't really have some sense of gender binary. For instance, me, I wrestled all the way through college. I also enjoy poetry. I also love Super Smash Brothers. I also love skateboarding and, longboarding, really more specifically. I love creating art. I love a good romance movie. I love shooting photos. Like, I love all these different things, and that's what they are. They're just interests, and it's just a process of becoming who I am. I love fashion. I love lifting weights. I love style. Like, all these different things are just aspects of who I am. And so these things are all over the board. And sometimes people consider some of those things masculine and some of those things feminine. And I think that that's okay, that I have these different interests, but maybe we should just take those things as interests. Because the truth of this episode is that drinks don't have genders. And I don't think that you should limit yourself in your life experience by things that you are placing in boxes of masculine or feminine. Enjoy the experience of living your life. Enjoy learning about who you are. Enjoy the ways that God has made you. Enjoy finding out what you enjoy. And don't let idiotic gender binaries keep you from living and experiencing your life. Consider how ideas like this are constructing and limiting the ways that you view the world and experience it as well. And then also how it's limiting the ways that you allow others to do those same things. So, how about you? Let's take it light here real fast. How about you? What is your drink preference? Do you like bourbons? Do you like whiskeys? Do you like tequila? Do you like martinis? Do you like cider, stouts, whatever? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, you can like it. Also, subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Share this joint with a friend. Hit that little bell situation so you get a notification every time a new video comes out. And I'll catch y'all later. Be easy.